If we count from 0 by tens, we get a list of numbers that looks like this: 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. But if you look carefully, you will see that we're really just counting by ones. So we've got 1, 2, or we can even start at 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we're really just counting by ones in the tens place and attaching a 0 to the end. And if I go now and just attach a 0 to the end of all my 1 through 9, I can see that I end up with the tens again. My list of tens: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. So we're really just counting by ones in the tens place and attaching a 0 to the end of each number. So to subtract tens from each other, all we need to do is subtract the first digits and then add a 0 back to the end of the difference. So let's take a look at an example of subtracting two tens from one another. So our example is to subtract 60 minus 20 equals what number? So we are going to subtract 20 from 60. So all we need to do is look at the digits in our tens place. And those are the ones that we were counting by ones up here to see that they just increase one at a time with the tens. So we simply need to look at the 6, which is the digit in the tens place of our first number, and the 2, which is the digit in the tens place of our second number, and simply subtract those two numbers. So 6 minus 2 is a really simple subtraction, and we know that 6 minus 2 equals 4. So I simply write the 4, and then all I need to do is attach a 0 to the end. So I got 6 minus 2 equals 4. My answer is not 4. My answer is 4 with a 0 on the end, or 40. Let's take a look at another example. Subtract 90 minus 30. So 90 minus 30 equals what number? We can also use a number line to help us subtract. Imagine a number line going from 0 to 100. I drew one here behind me, going from 0 to 100, marked out by spaces of 10. So this number line is only made up of tens. I haven't written a little dash for each 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've just made marks for the tens place. And so each space represents 10. And so what we'll do on this is we're going to start at our 90 and make a mark right here. And we know that from 90, we want to subtract 30. Now, since 90 is 9 tens and 30 is 3 tens, we can subtract 30 from 90 by moving 3 spaces down from 90. So at 90, I can go one space to the left is going to subtract 10, because each space represents 10. So if I go just once, it's like subtracting 10. If I go again, it's like I'm subtracting 10 again, or subtracting 20. But I want to subtract 30, so I need to go down 3 spaces, which lands me at the 60. So 90 minus 10, 20, 30 equals 60. 90 minus 30 equals 60. We can also see that using the technique that we looked at the beginning of this lesson, if we simply look at the numbers in the tens place of these two numbers here, we have a 9 and a 3. And so we learned before that all we need to do is simply subtract the digits in the tens place and write that answer and then add a 0 to the end. So let's check our answer with that first technique. 9 minus 3. 9 minus 3 equals 6. So I have a 6 here in the tens place. And then I've attached a 0 to the end to get my answer. Again, I can see that 90 minus 30 equals 60.